In today's video, my recap of Miami and NPC Nationals.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and today's video is just going to be a recap of the weekend that we just had here in Miami for NPC Nationals, which is, I would say, my favorite national show for a lot of reasons. But let's talk a little bit about how the weekend went. So Lauren and I drove down on Thursday morning from Tampa to Miami, which is about a 4-hour drive. Got in pretty early Thursday, and the nice thing was we actually booked a room at the host hotel, so that was really nice. We can meet up with everybody there. I stayed nearby at a friend's house, and Lauren and Jojo stayed in the room. But the thing about bringing competitors to a show like this, and let me tell you, I brought what I would consider probably my greatest collection of athletes to a single show, which is saying a lot considering the year before, Lauren Dana Miller won the overall, Cass went pro, Rachel went pro, Cyrus missed a pro card by a spot. I had 2 other people on first call-outs. But this year, I felt like I brought an even better collection of team, from figure to classic to bikini. And we didn't get as many top placings. And so we could chalk that up to a few things. But it just comes down to that these competitions are getting more and more competitive. And what I mean by that is looking at class by class when the competitors come out. There used to be a very large distinction between first call-outs, second call-outs, third call-outs, fourth call-outs. And some of these classes have, 40 girls in them or 40 guys in them. And what I noticed this year, and I kept saying to Lauren as we were watching, I was like, the difference between first call-outs and fourth call-outs is literally indistinguishable. Okay, so it comes down a lot to the judging. Now, I know if you know somebody at a show, or you're watching the show or looking at pictures, you'll start to say things like, it feels like they're picking skinny girls, or it feels like they're picking this type of girl. But I can say when you watch the show in person and you're there, you can really start to pick out exactly what it is that sets these girls apart. Because yes, sometimes a thinner girl may have better stage presence and be a better competitor overall than another girl with more muscle. Now, as a coach, this makes my job very difficult because I have a very specific goal in mind when I'm preparing somebody. I have a vision for where I want to get the physique to, the posing to, the hair, the makeup, all those things too, especially when it comes to, bikini and figure. And so when you reach that goal and you bring them to the stage and you have the expectation like we did what we needed to do, only to find out that the competition has just gotten that much deeper, it just says a lot. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you can no longer compete at these national shows unless you place top 2 at a regional. So people are really coming to these national shows as highly qualified competitors. There are no more slouches. Okay, so that's a big part of it. So it just means we have to get better. But I will say this, as tough it is when someone doesn't get a placing they want or expect, or that I expect, and that can be very difficult for me. I had a very hard time after prejudging on Friday. It took me probably a couple hours to just get out of a funk. I was in a mental funk because some of the call-outs were not what I wanted them to be or what I felt they should be. But you get over that. But I will say this, going through that with your competitors, it was just encouraging to see how they bounce back so quickly and how they accept the results, probably a lot quicker than I do. And then it also, when you get a result that's not what you want or not what you feel, then you get a surprise like April Roby getting her pro card at her first ever national show. It just makes those moments that much sweeter. And it's going to happen for all these girls that choose to continue. They're all champions. So it's not a matter of if they will ever turn pro. It's just a matter of when. And when it comes together, it will come together as it should. And then it's going to make all these placings and all these shows and all this work that much better. So, it's just like you can't understand just how powerful winning is until you've truly tasted a loss or a few losses, or gone through it. If a win comes and it's too easy, you're just not going to appreciate it like those who really have had to deal with that. So that's all this video is about today. It's just about how proud I am of all these competitors, whether they got first or last, whether they turned pro or not. It was just about seeing how they responded and got me inspired to just continue to be a better coach. And many of them are already reaching out to me and wanting to talk about what we're going to do next year. So I'm excited. I'm excited about what's ahead, and yeah, that's it. That's my recap for Miami. I had an amazing time, and now it's time to enjoy a nice little week, little Thanksgiving, and then we get right back to work. Already making plans for January for the Arnold and beyond. So thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.
Fourth place, Oksana Foray. Finishing third, number 406, Cynthia Chavez. In second place, 427, April Roby. Winning the class, Ciara Houston.
All by myself.